When a celebrity owns a massive mansion and places it on the market, everyone's first thought is that it'll be snapped up straight away. However, for Michael Jordan, that's definitely not the case for his property near Chicago. In fact, it's been on the market for nearly 10 years. Today we're going to peek behind the curtain and see what features the stunning mansion contains, such as the circular infinity pool with an island. We'll see if there's a reason why he hasn't shifted the house just yet. On top of that, we'll explore a couple of his other homes, all of which cost millions. So let's get started. 27 miles from Chicago sits the suburban city of Highland Park, Illinois. There, you can find the mansion that Michael Jordan owns. In 1991, around the time he won his first NBA championship with the Chicago Bulls, Jordan purchased a 7-acre lot for a reported $2 million. Today, that's around $3.9 million. Over the next 4 years, a 32,700 square foot mansion was constructed from the ground up. By 1995, it was done. Jordan then got full ownership of the abode in 2007 after the divorce with Juanita Vinoy. By 2009, the house underwent extensive renovations. Yet by March 2012, Jordan decided to sell the property with an asking price of $29 million. For perspective, the current median selling fee for houses in the area is $567,500, making Jordan's mansion 51 times more expensive. Since putting it up for sale, Jordan has left the property mostly vacant and focused on his other estates. Yet, staff still pop up into the property to keep it clean and tidy. However, there were no buyers for Highland Park. Instead, it languished on the market. Soon, it began to rapidly drop in price. In 2013, only a year after, its listing fell by $13 million to $16 million. During 2015, the listing agent at the time tried to use an incentive to attract interest. They stated that the buyer would receive every edition of Air Jordans in their size, but still, no takers. And today, the mansion now has an asking price of $14,855,000, nearly half of the original listing fee. Fun fact, if you add up the numbers in the recent listing of 14855, it comes to 23, Jordan's iconic shirt number. One of the biggest reasons that the house isn't selling, according to experts, is the huge amount of personalization that Jordan has done at the abode, mixed with the high price for the area. Since the estate has been on the market, Jordan has reportedly paid property tax on the vacant mansion, amounting to around $1.3 million in the past 10 years. As for the house itself, let's take a look at the various features it holds. The contemporary style abode has 3 levels that contain 9 bedrooms and a whopping 15 full bathrooms and 4 half bathrooms. The house also holds 5 fireplaces altogether and features an aquarium in one of the dining rooms, whilst another dining room has a table inspired from the streets of Baghdad, and a kitchen table that has a skylight placed above it. The house does come furnished, after all. One of the property's main selling points is the full-sized NBA court, complete with Jordan branding, that was installed in 2001. Courts like this can cost as much as $76,000 to construct. And that's not taking into consideration the personal touches, such as the Jumpman logo. Another feature involves the luxurious wine cellar with a tasting area. On the high end, the cost to build such a place can be as much as $180,000, while the cost of the many bottles of wine will further increase that hefty fee. Jordan also has a home theater to kick back and relax within. He'll be able to see a film or footage of the Charlotte Hornets, the NBA team he bought for a reported $180 million during 2010. The house also has a drop-down large screen in the library. It's well known that Jordan enjoys a cigar, so much that he has an actual dedicated cigar room in the house. Decorated with an intricate ceiling, the room also showcases a load of tables created specifically to play poker. Keeping in the entertainment theme, Jordan has a game room that contains a pool table. The doors to the room are said to be from the original Playboy Mansion in Chicago. There's also a full-size gym on site. It looks more like a commercial one than a personal gym in someone's home. According to one of the listings, the gym was used by Jordan's Chicago Bulls teammates every morning at one time. Not taking into account the equipment, construction of a home gym can demand financing of up to $28,000. Just leading up to the property's gate will give you a good idea on who owns it. After all, it's custom made with the number 23. For an idea for how much the gate alone might have cost, according to experts, custom gates can be $12,000 to put together. Outside the main property, there's also a 3-bedroom guest house. A 600-square-foot guest house can cost up to $300,000. In order to provide extra privacy, the whole property had around 150 40-foot evergreen trees placed around. One of the main outside features is the beautiful circular infinity pool that has a grass island on its surface. As such, if you live there with someone else, they can sit on the island and chat whilst you enjoy a nice dip. There's even a tennis court on site. A basic court can cost around $50,000 to construct, while a high-end one can be up to $200,000. Nearby, there's even a putting green for Jordan to practice his short game. For those wanting more nature, there's a pond that's filled with fish. For car lovers, the estate has 3 multi-level garages that contain a combined 14 vehicles. The NBA legend has owned a number of properties across the U.S., including one in Utah. Based in Park City, the house was built in 2006. Jordan snapped it up during 2007 for $7.9 million. Contained with nearly 4 acres, the 9,574-square-foot mansion has 5 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms altogether. The mountain contemporary-style abode follows a similar interior to his Highland Park mansion. Since it's a hillside house, it has multiple terraces to take in those mountain views. This mansion also features a home cinema. One of these typically costs up to $50,000. However, if feeling fancy, they can cost far more. Other features include a steam room, a bar, a gym, a gas barbecue with a stone patio and serving area, an outdoor pool, and a pond. There's also a garage with space for 6 cars. There's even an unusual room that purely contains a full-sized golf simulator. These devices can be very costly, even reaching $100,000. But on the bright side, you won't have to worry about the weather to channel your inner Happy Gilmore. In 2019, Jordan decided to part with the abode by placing it on the market at less than what he paid, at $7.5 million. In December 2020, it seems the property has been sold to a new owner. During 2012, it was announced that Michael Jordan's new house was finally done after 2 years of construction. It's based in Jack Nicklaus's exclusive golfing community, the Bear Club, within Jupiter, Florida. According to reports, Jordan initially spent $4.8 million on the property. He then later spent a further $7.6 million on renovations, giving us a grand total of $12.4 million. Due to privacy, the house is also littered with massive trees, just like the Highland Park abode. The property has a massive 11 bedrooms, and the main mansion has a wing dedicated to athletics. As such, there's also a full-sized NBA court, of course. There's even a media room that's apparently been created within a hard-working ventilation system to cope with the cigar smoke. The property consists of 3 separate areas: the main house, a pool house, and a 2-story guardhouse. When Jordan moved in, the Bear Club's membership had a reported initiation fee of $350,000 and a yearly cost of $25,000 at the time. Final fun fact finish. Speaking of basketball, the most expensive NBA court in the U.S. is said to be the iconic New York stadium, Madison Square Garden. Adding together the stadium's construction and the renovation fees over the decades, the cost of the New York Knicks home is said to be a huge $1.1 billion. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time.